What are 3 secret ingredients to supercharge your pumpkin soup, okay, and make it into something that's actually going to heal your body really, really well? Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, my name is Belinda, and I'm very passionate about helping people recover from things like autoimmune problems, thyroid issues, sleeping issues, energy issues, okay, hormonal imbalances, and so much more. And a lot of these things can be helped when we are supporting our immune system. And the majority of the things that we take these days that we think we're helping our immune system with are actually doing the complete opposite. And that can be a really big problem. Okay, so we're heading into the cooler season here, or maybe you're in the other side of the world and it's still cooler where you are. And one thing that we like to enjoy is pumpkin soup. But I've got 3 ingredients that most people don't add to their pumpkin soup, okay? And these are actually the key ingredients that 1, make it taste awesome, and 2, are actually going to help the body heal. And I'm going to get into why these 3 ingredients actually help the body heal, okay? So first of all, we've got some of our basic ingredients, okay? We've got our pumpkin and our onions or our leeks, okay, or maybe we add sweet potato or carrots, and we always add salt, right? And we do it with water. I've got actually another trick here as well. When we're making our pumpkin soup, don't boil it. Here's another hack for you. I actually roast them, okay, before I blend them up. So that's a little trick as well, because it brings out all the sweetness in the pumpkin soup. Okay, so when I'm doing this, here's ingredient number 1. I chop up all the vegetables and I, sprinkle them with salt. And instead of using oil to roast them in, I actually use pork fat or lard. You're probably thinking, really? What does that do? Well, that actually has key ingredients to help create certain enzymes in the body that we actually need to support our immune system. Okay, and it does other things as well. But that's key number 1. And secondly, it tastes awesome. Like seriously, I literally just drained off the pork fat from our roast meat last night, our roast pork, and I put it in our soup today, okay? Because when we're getting good quantities of healthy fats from animal sources, this can help us make hormone D better in our system. It can help us with our skin problems, okay? It can help support the immune system. Like there's all these little things that it does, okay? So that's step number 1. Now, that's ingredient number 1 too. So once I have roasted these, and I usually do it in a large, what's it called? Enamel roasting tray, cast iron, but with enamel in it, roasting thing with a lid on it. And I literally don't put any liquid in it at all. I just let it steep in its own steams, its own juices, and I add the pork fat, okay? And then step number 2 is half an hour before the roasting is finished. So maybe I'll roast them for about an hour and 15 minutes on about, 375 degrees Fahrenheit or 180 degrees Celsius. And half an hour before that's finished, I'll actually add bone broth, okay? So not a pre-made store-bought stock, okay? But you can actually get bone broth powders. I do find it better to make my own. 1, it's easier. 2, it's cheaper, because some of the bone broths you can get are really expensive, okay? And 3, I know what's in it. So I'll make chicken bone broth or beef bone broth. Now what that's gonna do is, once again, it's gonna have the healthy fats in it, but it's also going to have, oh my gosh, my mind's gone blank. No, I can't think. It's also going to have ingredients that help with joint repair and skin repair as well, okay? Collagen, thank you. I'm thinking out loud now. Collagen, it's going to have certain collagens in it, especially if you have been cooking your bone broth for about 48 hours, which is what I do. Okay, and I make it in large batches and then I freeze it in portion sizes so I can use it for recipes like this. Okay, so that's special ingredient number 2. Okay, and after I have roasted it for the required time and I'm putting it in the blender, Okay, yes, I'll add salt and I'll taste it then as well, but then I'll add a large amount of sour cream. You're probably thinking, this does not sound healthy, but it is actually. Okay, when we are getting good quantities of healthy fats, it is actually stimulating our system to repair. Okay, and we've kind of been misled on the whole fat's a bad thing, because, you know, I switched from eating, you know, low fat, okay, to eating high fat, and I'm talking like a fair bit of high fat, mostly from animal sources, okay, and I lost 25 to 30 kilos. Go figure. Okay, so that's what can actually happen as well. That's a side effect. So yeah, have you got some favorite ingredients that you like to add to your pumpkin soup? Okay, so I'm always up for trying new things. My base recipe is obviously pumpkin, onion, sweet potato, carrot, salt. Sometimes I'll add zucchini or some other vegetables. That's sort of my base recipe, with sour cream, pork fat, and bone broth. Okay, so have you got something else that you like to add to yours to make it a bit interesting? I've heard that some people like to add curry powder. I've always been interested in adding paprika or curry powder or turmeric, but I always seem to forget. But is there something that you add to your pumpkin soup to make it taste amazing? Okay, so give us your tips down below as well. Anyway, you have an awesome day, and I'm going to head over to Naturally Healthy and Happy with Belinda group, and I'm going to do my live there as well. Anyway, you have an awesome day. Talk to you soon.